Hello again and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my third video in my trilogy, my usual 3 videos per session, per day, whatever. And so this is my third one. I don't have a real topic planned. I'm trying to decide between whether to talk about William and Kate, who are in Boston as I speak for the Earthshot Prize, or whether I should talk about Meghan's half sister, Samantha Markle, who apparently did an interview recently where she said that the Duke and Duchess are constantly attacking the royal family, or whether I should again discuss the revelations yesterday by the one of the Met Police officers about the real threats that Meghan and Harry faced, um, which sort of, I guess, justifies their request for security, and which was denied to them. I did touch on that yesterday, this security issue, and really, I cannot believe that um, the royal family had this information that Meghan and Harry, especially Meghan, were being threatened in this way, in these very credible ways, in very disgusting ways, in very serious ways, and yet they denied their request for security. I spoke about that yesterday. I don't really want to speak about it too much today, although maybe I'll give the video that title today, because it really is very confusing to me, and I don't really understand what the rationale would have been behind denying security for members of your family who are being threatened in this way, when you have the information that they're being threatened in this way. I mean, I don't know whether King Charles III had real authority, but as king, I mean, at the time he wasn't king. At the time, Queen Elizabeth was still alive. So it would really have been her team and the courtiers and so on and so forth. But then he became king. He could have, I mean, at that point, they're living in California. But I don't really understand how the royal family could have declined security in this situation, unless they were hoping that Meghan would be harmed or killed. I mean, which is inconceivable, and which is unthinkable, and which is horrible, and which is just insane. So I don't see how that could have been the motivation. But then I don't understand that you would have this kind of information, that this young woman, the wife of your grandson, the wife of your son, depending on who's the sitting monarch at the time, a family member, and you are indifferent, or even worse, you actively encourage the situation to continue by declining to provide necessary security. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm thinking that I don't have all the information. It's got to be that I don't have all the information. Otherwise, it's really it's really scary. And I was watching another video the other day where it said that Diana, the late Princess Diana, had a premonition that she was going to die in a car crash, and that it would have been deliberate, like someone would have sabotaged her car, and the motivation was so that she would die, so that Prince Charles and Camilla could be free to marry, because apparently as long as she was alive, they would not be able to marry. And so I saw the video and I dismissed the video, obviously. I mean, of course, I love Diana, and I'm devastated she died. I mean, I cried and cried and cried and cried. I mean, I even went to Buckingham Palace not long after things settled down, and stood outside and cried and cried and cried. So I love her, but at the same time, I'm not willing to sort of entertain the idea that her car was sabotaged by members of her family in order to, so that she'll die, so that, King Charles and Queen Camilla consort can get married. That said, this story about Harry and Meghan and the security and the threats, and then like declining security, but not only declining to provide the security, but also blocking them from getting security, is basically saying that you want them to get killed, right? So there are two things here that don't make any sense at all. So what's going to be the third? Because it's three strikes, you're out. So there's one more thing that has to happen, and then I'm going to be convinced that okay, something nefarious is going on here. For now, leaving. I'm leaving myself open to the idea that there are other explanations and that I don't have all the information. But as information starts to come in and pile up, it's kind of strange at a minimum. It's weird, I have to say. Okay, so I guess this is going to be about security. As far as the Earthshot Prize, Kate and William are in Boston. It seems that they're having a very successful time. I think President Biden is supposed to go to Boston to meet them in person, I guess today. And they've been really well received. I mean, mostly chairs everywhere they went. I think they went to a game the other day. Who was playing? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. But someone is it the Boston Celtics? Maybe it's the Celtics. I don't know. But they went to a ball game and they were booed a little bit. They were booed a little bit. Not a lot, but some people who I guess are not fans of Kate and William pointed that out on Twitter. But for the most part, I would say they were cheered. But I did hear a few boos. Okay. So that happened. The Earthshot Prize, I guess, was in response to Harry's Invictus game. I mean, Harry first had the Invictus game, so of course William, they're brothers, they compete. I mean, I'm sure William is going to say it had nothing to do with Harry's Invictus games. It had everything to do with Harry's Invictus games. They're brothers, they compete. It's okay. As long as they're doing good and they're respecting each other, I'm okay with it, even though Harry was first. So there you go. William, I love you too. I've always loved you and I've always loved Kate. It's just that I'm a little bit upset with how things have gone. But I'm hoping that things are going to get better someday between all of you. And I don't want to sort of continue perpetuating, division. But I'm definitely I'm team Harry and Meghan, but I have nothing against William and Kate at this point. So kudos to them for that. As far as Megan's half sister, Samantha, yes, I did say the other day, just a day or two ago, that she's been MIA and then suddenly she appears. So I said to myself, do you think she listens to my YouTube videos? It's just crazy, or maybe somebody else does. Because, there's some very interesting articles and videos that I'm like, are these types of people listening to my videos? It's insane. Like, I mean, I feel like it's weird. Some of the like, just today I saw one that I'm like, did this person come onto my YouTube channel? And this is like a major media, so I'm like, that's kind of like weird. But so they say let sleeping dogs lie, and I think that's all I want to say on that particular story. So that's it for today. I have to go and make something to eat. I've only had hot water today and I think I might be hungry, so I have to figure out something that I can eat. And yeah, see you in the next one, my darling, my darling. Have a nice day. I appreciate you if you're following me. If you're not, I invite you, but no pressure, no pressure. And let's talk again soon. Okay? Stay healthy, stay strong, and remember, let's try to live and let live. Bye.